Okay, here we go. It's February the 21st, 2018, and we're here to have our question and answer period, talking about detoxification, talking about cleansing and ultimately purification, and then beyond that, regeneration of all the cells in the body. I believe every cell in the body can heal and regenerate. And so that's what we're talking about. We're talking about deep purification down to the cellular level, which means we have to remove the acids and toxins that are trapped in the body because of the choices we made. And that resides in our lymphatic system. We have two major fluids in the body, blood and lymph. Lymph is the sewer system of the body. It's 3 times bigger than the blood by volume. So it is a huge system, not very much talked about as far as healing goes. So we're here to teach you about the lymphatic system, how to clean it out, how to realkalize it, and how to get the body to turn back on its awesome healing powers. And that's what we're doing here. So anyways, it's good to be here. I know I've been missing a few shows because of travel. But I'm here now, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of questions. Let's see what's happening over on the question side here. Let me get my bearings here. Guys, let me know how the picture is, how the sound is. Everything's looking pretty good from my end so far. So I am a one-man band, so things can happen. So keep me going here. Okay, I'll check from time to time, but everything looks good. So right off the bat, we have Jeannie first up. Hi, Jeannie. Welcome back. Thanks for showing up every single time. Appreciate it. Hello, Mark and everyone. Glad to be here tonight. Glad to have you, Jeannie. Ashley's back from Canada. Hey, Mark. Good to see you again. When iPhotos come from Dr. Morse, I'll send them along and set up a progress report with you. Great. Yeah, Dr. Morse, they have a really great camera over there, and they've been doing eye pictures over there. So fantastic. I'll send along with a progress report with you. Which site do you get an overlay for iridology readings on iPhotos? I made my own. I made my own layers based on Dr. Jensen's older model. The 1980s maps are Dr. Morse's favorite. I know that he's coming out with new maps, so we're all really, really waiting for those. He has new improved iridology maps, and he's a big fan of Dr. Jensen. Of course, he knew him. He likes them better than the newer maps that I believe his daughter's running the show over there, but Dr. Morse likes the older maps better, so I use kind of the 1980s version of those. So yeah, I'm anxiously waiting for Dr. Morse's new maps. So yeah, contact me if you need a map, if you're doing your own. If you have Photoshop, or there's a program called the GIMP, it's free. And any one of these photo editing programs, it has layers. So the idea is you take the iPhoto, right, which you can take with your smartphone, and set that camera at its highest resolution and get as close as you can and still be in focus. A little tripod is really good. You can set it on the desk and then just kind of get as close to it as possible, and then squeeze or have someone else take it, but you don't want to shake the camera. But get as clear and close as you can, and then you can import this photo into the GIMP or Photoshop, and you can put the iris map as a layer on top of the eye. And make sure everything's level and lined up, and then kind of zoom in and zoom out on that layer, on that iPhoto, on the map layer, and you can line it up and read eyes. It's fantastic. Anybody can do it. I have about 11 or 12 videos teaching you the basics of iridology, and you can do a lot with just that to help yourself, your family, your friends. We need you guys. We need an army of people out there that are doing this and teaching this. It's not difficult. And then we can take back the planet. We can end a lot of this needless suffering. There is a lot of needless suffering just because people don't know the basics. I can see Bitsy in the background with her toy. Okay. Anyways, she says hi. Right, Bitsy? All right. So good, Ashley. Yeah, send those over. So Sheila, hi Mark. I have a night off from work for a change. Good for you. Question, are there any health implications when you only have a half moon on your thumbnail and not the rest of your fingernail? Ooh, I'm not so sure about that half moon thing. I know that when I look at fingernails, when someone comes to see me or has questions like that, you look at the fingernails. If you have a lot of those ridges, or they break easily, they're really brittle. But the ridging is a sign, and the breakage, that you are not utilizing calcium well. And that is a sign of parathyroid weakness. The parathyroid is what utilizes calcium. If you're eating a good diet of raw fruits and vegetables, you're taking in plenty of calcium. The problem is when you're not utilizing it. If that pancreas is weakened by obstructions, by pus and mucus stuck in the glands, or the pituitary is not functioning properly, it's not talking to the glands properly, you can weaken and you're not utilizing the calcium. So it's a good sign. The fingernails are a great indicator of the structural integrity of the body. So if you see weak fingernails, look at that parathyroid. You can see it in the eyes too. It's right at the I don't know I see it on the map, so you can see it on the map. It's right below the thyroid. So anyway, so you want to bring that up, and a lot of times people that are very acidic in the body can't keep up with calcium because the body is stealing calcium to neutralize acids. So you're always robbing calcium from the body. And therefore, the body weakens. The bone density scores go down. The skin gets saggy. You're liable to have prolapses, hemorrhoids, hernias, all kinds of things like that. Depression is very much tied to the parathyroid too, and calcium levels. That's why a lot of women get, when they have the babies, especially if they have more than one, they get postpartum depression because the calcium's being sucked out of them. They can't replace it. So again, lots of needless suffering for just simple fixes like this, bringing up that parathyroid. So fingernails is very important. I don't really read the moon part of it. So I know there's stuff that goes along with that, but it's just not in my toolkit that I've been taught. So anyways, hope that helps you guys. Ashley says, love Trader Joe's in Florida. Heard you mention it so much, had to check it out. Yeah, I guess they don't have those up in Canada. Trader Joe's is so amazing because they really took the organics and conscious foods, if you will, and they made it really, really accessible for the public. So I love Trader Joe's. So many good things over there, and they keep the prices way down, and the people are really friendly that work there. So yeah, it's really amazing. So I know a lot of people that will drive 100 miles and stock up on Trader Joe's stuff and all that. And if you get there early in the morning, the produce is pretty darn good. But it gets picked through very quickly. So good. I'm glad you like that, Ashley. Z, Christina's back. Puff, puff. Did I make it in time for class? Yeah, you ran and you made it. All right, good to see you. So Z, Christina, I'm thinking about getting level 1 CDs from Dr. Morse. Great idea. If you go to Dr. Morse's website, you can actually order the first level 1 training and become a detox specialist in the comfort of your own home, and you can take the test and then send it on into them and all that. And I highly recommend it. I was talking to someone today, and they said, "Oh, I really want to go out there and take the class with Dr. Morse in Florida. I think it's coming up in April, but I don't really want to be a detox specialist. I have another job and this and that." But I do want to help my friends and family. Great idea. A lot of people do that. You don't have to want to do this professionally to just either do the online correspondence or go out to Florida. I highly recommend going to Florida if you can, because Dr. Morse is so inspiring, so energetic, and so positive. When he comes in that room, it's serious, man. The place just lights up. And the day just flies through. You're just writing. You're getting all this information. It's just really wonderful. He's a fantastic natural teacher. But the level 1 CD is a great idea too. It's cheaper and you can do it at your own pace. So good. It's a good idea, Z, Christine, for anybody that wants to help, that wants to learn more about this and have the confidence to help others. It's really, really important right now for the evolution of this planet and the healing of this planet, I believe. We got Jorge. What is your opinion on B12? Should we be supplementing with it? I don't supplement with it myself. There's different schools of thought on it. It's just amazing, you know. I was just talking about this with somebody. I mean, if you would have told me 5 years ago that I could live just on fruit and vegetables and things like that without having meat and dairy and things like that, that I would not be thriving. You know, that I need certain supplementation and all that, I wouldn't have believed you. And I had to do it myself. And yeah, I'm not withering away. So yeah, so I don't supplement it with myself. I haven't had my blood tested, so I don't know if I have low B12 or not. But I feel really good. I'm energetic. All those things. But, you know, if your body's not clean and you're transitioning and things like that, it might be a different story. But I can just tell you that I don't do it myself. And I would say that the body, you know, if you are detoxed and cleansed to a certain degree and your diet's really good and it's not mucus forming, acid forming for the most part and all that, you should be able to thrive. You know, there's nothing more powerful than fresh fruits and vegetables. The nutrition is maintained. It's not, you know, cooked away. You're not flipping chemistries. You're getting the natural food that the body loves and is designed for. And a lot of people say, well, the soils have been depleted and things are hybridized and this and that, and it's weakened. Yeah, probably. But you know, it hasn't been the case for me. And yeah, but I would say if you're gonna supplement, try to do it holistically. Try to do it as close to the natural form as possible, like vitamin C, the rose hips, you know, things like that. Extra fresh orange juice, certainly really good. But the B12, they have that methylcobalamin, which is a chemical. A lot of these things are just chemistry, you know, that the body doesn't really understand. And it concentrates to certain things that might unbalance other things. So I'd be really careful, okay? But transitioning, coming off things, if you're used to all that, it might be a slow transition for you. Okay, we got Aaron's Unlimited. All is good. Good. Let me scroll down. Everything looks good. Nobody's complaining about picture or sound. Okay, good. We got Keza 69. Hey, Mark, can you eat fruit with Dr. Morse's herbs at the same time, or have the herbs on its own? Thanks. Yeah, you can have them both at the same time. They work very well together, actually. I would not recommend doing Dr. Morse's herbs or any herbs if you're not committed to a really clean diet, a non-mucus forming diet. You're throwing your money away. Because you're eating, let's say you're eating cooked food, you're having bacon and eggs for breakfast, and that's all mucus forming and acid forming, and the body's just having this immune response, this pus response to all this cooked food, and so those herbs just don't have a chance. They can't really get in and penetrate through all that mucus. So I wouldn't even do it. So yeah, the cleaner you're eating, the more those herbs will be effective. And the closer you are to fasting, during a fast time, the herbs are much more powerful, okay? Because there's no inflammatory response from what you're taking in. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah, herbs during a juice fast or just before and after a dry fast are really, really powerful. Okay, Jeannie, sound is good. Picture's a bit fuzzy for me. Yeah, you know, I couldn't use my good camera. I was having technical problems as I was setting up, so I got my cheapo camera. But we'll hopefully have that next time. Sorry, but thank you for the feedback, Kelly Kachina. Mark, have you ever had this detox symptom? Muscle aches, absolutely muscle aches. Tightening and pain, absolutely. When you start to detox, when you are going to a deeper level of detox, you're kicking up acids. Acids equal pain, okay? So as those acids get released from the body, sometimes deep within the cells, you could experience pain, okay? The tightening, yeah, the body will tighten to protect itself. You know, if there's a pain response, the body will kind of freeze up. Yeah, so that's really, really common, actually. Headaches are very common. Stiff necks are very common, especially when I'm relaxing or wake up from a sleep. I'm 6 months into a detox and have not had this symptom. Yeah, you might be going through what's called a healing episode. I don't call them crises anymore. It's too harsh of a term. But you might be going through a healing episode. And yeah, just something to keep in mind. I usually just try to push through it. You know, these episodes last for a week or so, and then you push through it. So yeah, they can come at any time. It probably is showing that you're just getting into deeper levels of detoxification and moving acids out of the body. But watch your diet too. You know, it could be diet related. You taking inflammatory foods, especially after you've been detoxing well. So you're clearing. You're getting rid of acids. You're getting rid of pus and mucus out of the body. Okay, now you got this clean body that it hasn't been this clean in a while. And you go, okay, good, I'm going to have a little cheat food, right? So you have something that's not so good. The body, which is acidic, and the body gets hit with these acids and this kind of foreign food. It has an immune response, and there's not as much mucus to protect yourself in the body from this acidic food coming at you. So it can cause a lot of problems. The more you detox, the cleaner you get, the more you're going to be affected by acid mucus forming food. Okay? Just keep that in mind. So your tolerance to bad food goes down as you detox, not up. So you can never really go back to a standard American diet once you get to certain levels of cleanliness and detoxification and purification. You won't want to. You want to just have little tiny tastes of these things just to satisfy that natural curiosity and that natural wanting to, you know, enjoy flavors. But you're not going to want to sit down to a regular meal after you've reached a certain level of detoxification. Z. Christine, when fasting, does one need salt intake? I am on day 10. Depends on what kind of, I've never heard salt, but what kind of fast are you on? I just do short-term dry fasting. I do 24 to 36 hour dry fasting where I don't take in any fluids or food. And I don't take in anything. So, yeah, I haven't heard about, so I'm not an expert or even experienced in water fasting. So the guy to talk to, he's got a YouTube channel, I believe it has a Facebook too, is Lauren Lockman. He has a place called the Tanglewood Center down in Costa Rica, but he does a lot of videos and he interacts with a lot of people through social media. So Lauren Lockman, Tanglewood, if you're doing a water fast. Okay, so we got the sheriff is back. All right. Normally during my season, I do raw into dinner. Good. I tried doing a low-cal raw fast, but I play competitive tennis and really didn't have the energy after a while, and my game really dropped. Suggestions? Yeah, fruit. Fruit is going to give you tons of energy. It's going to keep cleaning those glands out. Your adrenals will get stronger. All those things that you need. You know, the acids will come out of the muscles. You'll recover quicker. All that. Yeah, you can get really strong on that. The trick is to have enough calories because you're burning a lot of calories, and also to blend in some green juices or salads to help you with the building part of it. Yeah, it's kind of an art in that way, but nothing will give you more energy than the fruit. You know, yeah, I don't know. I would not do a low-cal raw. I don't even know what that is. A low-cal raw fast. You're going to need the calories in order to keep up your competitive tennis. So I'd watch that, yeah. But I would think fruit. I know that it's Venus or Serena that went raw vegan and did a lot of fruit, and her game went up. You know, yeah, top of the world. Look into that. I Googled that. One of the Williams sisters did this and was really loving it. We got Naji. Naji's back. All right, welcome. What is the best method for cleaning lymph? Well, the best method is what we teach here. And thank you for that, because we'll do our recap. I say it a couple times every time because it's so important. So the 4 pillars of detoxification are kidneys. Okay, kidneys number 1. This is the filter for the lymphatic system. Okay, this is where your sewage, the lymph is the sewer. This is where your sewage is filtered and cleaned. Okay, and that junk is expelled out of the body. So kidneys. The second is the lymph. We have to use herbs, and there are fruits like the astringent fruits, like the grapes and the lemons, and the citrus that will pull on lymph. But herbs do a wonderful job. So we got kidneys and lymph, and now we've got glands. The adrenals sit on top of the kidneys. Very, very important. They control the kidneys. You're not going to get good kidney filtration if the adrenals are weak. And also they make chemicals like neurotransmitters and antacid steroids that help alkalize the body. Neurotransmitters to run your nervous system. So they're super important for energy levels too, obviously. They also metabolize 25 minerals, including iron and including sugar. So they're super, super important. So we got kidneys, lymph, and glands. And then we have the GI tract, a major doorway of elimination in the body, a major area where toxins can build up and seep out into the body. So super important to clean that. And so those are your 4 pillars. I would have to add in skin. Sweating is very, very important for detoxification because it's the 3rd kidney. It's where extra toxins that can't be eliminated out through the kidneys get sent out to the skin. So there you go. Okay, so get on that and look into Dr. Morse's Fab 4 kit to get started. Get on high fruit and do some exercise, a little bit of rebounding, a little trampoline, jumping jacks if you don't have one, some good brisk walking, deep breathing, hot and cold showers, saunas, things like that to get the lymph physically moving. And you're off and running, okay, Najee? We got Gary Murgatroyd who's back. All right, Gary. Will astragalus and echinacea with a juice fast be a good start? So astragalus is going to be good for the adrenals. The echinacea is actually great for the immune system, obviously, but it's actually a lymphatic puller too. So it's an okay start, but what about the kidneys? You're going to need kidney herbs. Number 1. I would not be pulling on a lymph system with any kind of lymphatic herbs until those kidneys have some herbs or they're filtering a bit. So you got to be careful with moving lymph before kidney filtration. Check kidney filtration. Get a mason jar and set it behind the toilet, and then in the morning pull it out and then urinate into it and look at it. See if it's got a little bit of something, a little sandy particles, little flakes in it. Sometimes it comes out like orange juice. It's opaque. You just don't want crystal clear urine. Crystal clear urine means you're not filtering. You need to work on that. You need to dry fast, get on kidney herbs, get on the Fab 4, the 4 pillars, and start to getting kidney filtration. Learn about that. Very, very important. Okay, we got Charles Gistarb is back. All right, welcome back. I don't like this new time. Yeah, I can't. I can't help everybody, but we're trying. The East Coast people love it. You might be in Hawaii or something. I don't know. Sorry though. But we always have the replay, of course. Or just if it's too early, come in a little bit later in the show. I don't know. Sorry, Charles. Aaron's Unlimited. How to bring up the parathyroid? Good question. Okay, so detoxification, removing pus and mucus out of the body through the kidney door, through the GI tract, through the skin. Get all that moving, right? Work on all that. And the parathyroid will clean out. If you need an extra bump, there are glandulars, parathyroid glandulars. They're just the desiccated, which means ground up, finely chopped up, ground up glands of animals like pigs and cows. And for all you non-vegans, and just the gland being in the presence of that same gland, even though from another animal, wants to join the party for some reason. I don't know, but that does it. It's really good. And general detox, and then if you need to bump it up with a parathyroid glandular. Okay, we got Sergio Abel. Welcome. Hi, Mark. I've been shedding and losing hair all over my head since 27 years old, and now I'm 34. I still have some left, but I have scalp pimples and extremely greasy hair. Can a raw diet help me regain it? Yes, there's many, many, many stories of people actually regrowing hair by realkalizing the body, especially the head. So you want to get the kidneys filtering, you want to move lymph, you want to clean the GI tract, get sweating, get that skin moving, do some liver herbs. Liver and skin are very tied together. You want to, I would do upper circulation herbs. Dr. Morse has formulas for that to get things moving in the head. It's a sign that you're not moving lymph up in the head region, which can lead to other much more serious things than cosmetic things. But it's a sign you're acidic in the head. So you can lose your eyesight, your hearing. You can get the dementias, Alzheimer, all kinds of things. You know, it starts with the brain fog, dizziness. So you want to work on that upper extremity. Hot and cold showers on the head, neurolymphatic massage. All these, I have videos on my website, MarkJamesGordon, on how to do these things. But you want to move that lymph, realkalize. You're acidic up in the head, especially in the scalp. Those acids are chewing on the hair follicles. Now, people say it's genetic. Yeah, it is to a point because your follicles are weak, okay? And so the weaker follicles are going to get affected by the acids more. So you want to just get the acids out, and people will regrow hair. Dr. Morse has bets with people that he can regrow hair, and I'm pretty sure he's winning those bets. So there you go. It's all tied to acids. Acids destroy. Okay. Z. Christine, can I take Dr. Morse's herbs pill form when fasting? I don't know. For dry fasting, no. You don't want to take anything. But yeah, not sure of the fast that you're on. The pill form would be a food. It would turn on digestion. In other words, those bulk herbs would, you know, still in their form, not a tincture form, will turn on digestion. So I would say no. Tinctures are better for that. They don't turn on digestion. They just absorb in. Okay, so hope that helps you. Jeannie, picture is clear for me now. Okay, good. Maybe your bandwidth had to catch up. But good. Okay, good. King James Bond 7 is back. Welcome. Why does Dr. Morse talk bad about beans and oatmeal? Well, I can tell you personally that beans are really super hard to digest for me. They're too much protein. We're not really fans of protein in our way of seeing because we like amino acids. Protein is broken down into amino acids. Proteins are acidic. They're very hard on the kidneys, and beans are really hard to digest, you guys. They're super hard to digest. I cannot have pinto beans to save my life. They're really super hard to digest. But go easy on the beans. They're just, yeah, that's why he doesn't like them. They're not detoxifying. They'll slow everything way down, and they'll really make digestion a real hard thing. Oatmeal's really sticky. Look how gluey that stuff is. That's all glue going into the body. And there's gluten in oatmeal. Gluten is really hard on us, you guys. And some people are highly allergic to gluten, which includes me. And I do love oatmeal, but it's off my list. You know, in the morning, I mean, why not just have fruit? Why not just have fruit juice and fruit in the morning? The body's still in the cleansing mode, elimination mode. I'm a morning person. I need a lot of energy. I just run so strong on that. And so why slow things down, you know? Why gunk things up? So yeah, they're just hard to digest, and they're gluey. Oatmeal's gluey. So that's it. Jorge, have you had any clients with cancer? I don't believe in cancer. I have had many clients with acidosis at the cellular level. Let's put it that way. Acidosis at the cellular level destroys the cells, damaged cells mutate. And they have a very scary word for that starts with a C. Okay? And it is a sign that you're highly acidic and need to alkalize in a big way. Some people have a lot of time to turn the ship around. Others do not have a lot of time to turn the ship around and need to really learn about detoxification and alkalization ASAP. If you have been given that word, it's a sign that you really need to take control of what you're putting in the body. and you don't need any more acids. And some of the things they give you in the allopathic world are highly acidic. It makes no sense at all. So it's all about alkalization, deep, 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 getting the kidneys filtering, open up everything, all those channels of elimination in a big way. You know, getting those, learning about dry fasting, getting those kidneys really filtering, getting on a highly alkalizing diet, getting on a lot, you know, Dr. Morse highly recommends, right? With this cellular acidosis, is a 20 to 40 day grape fast with herbs. Grapes are powerful, powerful healers. They have energy in them to help you heal, right? Healing from these kinds of things take a lot of energy, so you're going to need that energy. They also have a lot of antioxidants in them. Grapes are the most powerful healers on the planet. They're amazing. So 20 to 40 days right off the bat with the herbs, get kidney filtration and move, 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 sweat, sweat, sweat. Get the GI tract moving, moving, moving. Get those kidneys filtering. Deep breathing. Open up these channels of elimination. Get that liver cleansed. Liver is a chemical factory that helps make chemicals that bind with toxins to get them out of the body. Okay? And also anti-parasite to get rid of any kind of funguses in the body, which have been tied to these kinds of things. So yeah, okay. So yes, 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 yes. Unfortunately, a lot of people. I think if you go to Cancer Centers of America, cancer rates are it's about 1 in 3 to almost 1 in 2. People will get it sometime in their lives. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable. It's all from you know, the weakening of the immune system, the lymphatic system. That's where the immune system does its thing. It's acids all through the body, and it will hit you in your weakest parts. So there's a lot that we can do to turn this around. Okay, Scott, great, Scott. 8:30 my time. Yay, here now. Good to have you. Thanks. We got Kristen Darnell, eating mostly raw. Good, especially for like a week. I was freezing every day. Does that regulate after time? So you're cold. So it's your thyroid that controls the body temperature. Okay. You know, a lot of things happen as you make a transition. So it will probably regulate after time. You can do in the morning, you can get a basal thermometer. They sell them. They're special thermometers for basal readings. Women use them for ovulation, so you can put that under the arm and then take the temperature before you get out of bed. It's kind of your resting body temperature. You want it from, I think it's 97.8 to 98.6, somewhere in that range. Okay, see if that'll tell you if your thyroid needs help. Okay, so it may be the thyroid clearing, a sign that you need to bring that up. Okay, it could be just as you're turning around and you start to move. You know, the body's been kind of like stagnant. All of a sudden, you're kicking up things, and yeah, different things can happen for sure. But I would suspect that thyroid, okay? Z. Christine, I'm on a juice fast, but thinking transitioning into the master fast, grape and lemon juice. Master fast is very, very powerful, okay? I really think long and hard about it. It's a very good system. It's very aggressive, okay? And I would do the fresh grape juice and the fresh lemon juice myself. And I did the pasteurized juice. If you're going to do some pasteurized, get it out of a glass bottle in organic. Trader Joe's has it, a glass quart of pure Concord grape juice, organic, for less than $4. And there's some online sites that people tell me about where you can get it for a couple of bucks and have it delivered. If you order enough, they'll deliver it for free. I forget the name of these things. If anybody knows, let me know. But sometimes they have these inexpensive organic grape juices. They're pasteurized though. So, which Dr. Morse does not like because the pasteurization kills the enzymes and flips the chemistry. I had a lot of success on just a lot of inexpensive grape juice from Costco. a lot of deep cleaning went on. It changed my body. It made my body much more clear. It got rid of a lot of the plaque inside my bowels, the mucoid plaque. It got rid of a lot of the mucus in my body, and it got rid, I believe, of a lot of the amyloid plaque which surrounds the cells, which allows more absorption and just more cellular, strength. The functions are up. I just don't eat as much as I used to. And the acids are, the acids trapped in my body, that level's way down too. It was really powerful. But it's it's not for everybody. I did 44 days, and the first week just about killed me. I was so hungry and just going through all kinds of sugar swings and all that. But I got to tell you, after about 10 days, I felt great. And after about day 20, I was only consuming a quart of juice a day. That was it. That's all I ate, and I wasn't hungry. Had tons of energy. You can see the videos of me surfing and skiing and all that. You run your life like normal. It's not like a fast where you're down and have to be in, in some retreat or something. I was just doing my stuff. It's pretty amazing. So learn about Master Fast system, you guys, and make your own decision on it. But it's very, very powerful. Not everybody needs to go up to that level. There are modified Master Fast to look at too. I haven't been over to that site in a long time, but I think he has some that are different levels. So you don't need to do the full blown if you don't want. Okay, Kelsey Fenimore, welcome. How much fat do you recommend a day on a day basis? I don't take in any fat. This is another thing, So I don't have protein. I haven't eaten meat in years. I don't look for protein. I don't read anything for protein. It's amino acids we want. There's plenty of amino acids in fresh fruit and vegetables. Look at the strongest animals are not meat eaters. And look at the gorillas, look at the chimps. Little male chimp will rip you apart. They're so strong. And they have a high fruit diet and leafy greens and roots and things. I mean, they're super strong. So and as far as the fat, there's fatty acids. You don't have to have the avocados and all that to get the fatty acids. Fatty acids are in an apple, they're in an orange, they're in grapes. They're everywhere. The fatty acids will give you the fat. It's amazing. So I don't supplement. I don't look for fat. I really, truly don't. So I don't do any, it's just not, it's just, you don't need to have it. I know another thing that blows my mind. I can't believe it. I thought, oh gosh, I'm having this chicken and it's got fat in it. This is great. Or these avocados, this and that. Yeah, you don't really need it. It's pretty neat. Fatty acids and amino acids. Amino acids give you they're what protein is broken down into, and fatty acids are what fats are broken into. So you're actually taking the pre-digested fats and the pre-digested protein just by having your fruit and your salads. It's amazing, isn't it? Go figure. This isn't good news for all the food industries that sells you all this stuff, and the supplements industry. It's pretty amazing. So, all right. So let's see where we're at here. Okay, so here we go. So into the vortex. Welcome. Hi, Mark. Can you explain what the difference is between regular grains and raw sprouted? So, a lot of grains are really just a seed. And so what you do is you just you soak it, and there's different levels. Like a quinoa, you soak for 4 hours. A wheat, wheat berry or whatever to sprout it. There's you can look it up very easily. But even nuts, raw cashews you can sprout. Raw sunflower seeds you can sprout. All these things. What happens is so let's say you have just a regular raw sunflower seed. If you don't sprout it, it's just kind of a dormant thing that can lay there for years. But the minute you sprout it, just by putting it in water, moistening it for a couple hours, whatever it says, 4 hours, 6 hours, you start to turn back on the life force of that. And even though it's not growing its tail yet, the life force the life process is reactivated. Now it's a living food. And some of the chemicals that has on it to keep other animals from just gorging themselves on it, those start to neutralize and change. So it's much easier to digest, and you're getting sometimes up to 10 or 20 times the amount of nutrition that would have been in that dormant seed or nut, or grain, if you will. Okay? So, and of course, beans can be sprouted too. So they make them much more digestible and much more nutritious and much more, you get much more life force out of it. I'm looking to making homemade granola cereal, but not quite sure ingredients are safe to use. Well, we're not big on grains here because talking about detox, grains slow everything down. Grains are usually acidic, and which is mucus forming to the body and acid forming to the body. So we don't really recommend them. You know, they're kind of what we put on our treat food list, not on our detoxification list. You know, it depends on what level you want to go to and all that. If you're transitioning, I don't know, but we're not big fans of it. So, but if you're going to make it, do sprouted for sure. Okay, and go easy on it. Make it your treat, not your staple diet. Okay, Gregory Kaminsky, welcome, Gregory. Mark, great to see you after a while. Yeah, sorry, I've been missing a few guys. It's just been a lot of traveling, but I'm doing what I can. I want to do more shows. You know, I'm really want to start doing more shows here. I'm still doing great after you helped me heal ulcerative colitis a few months ago. Big hugs from Aurora, Illinois. Oh man, that's so great. Yeah, I believe you, Gregory. You healed in just about a month or two. Your colitis. So this is amazing. Yeah, tell us more about your story if you want here. This is absolutely amazing. So you're welcome, and yeah, spread the word. Spread the word about that. You know, when you take in these acid foods, it chews on the gut, and you know, generational too. You know, you pass down the health of your cells. And genetics is passed down to your children. So if before you get pregnant or going to be a father, work on the body, work on this detoxification. So, you know, you pass on the healthy genetics. It's at the point of conception. So there you go. So good, Gregory. I'm so glad you're healed. You know, and you're in the healing process still, I'm sure. Jimmy Bencomo, welcome, Jimmy. Hey, Mark, what's the difference between Dr. Morse fruit detox and the master fast, and what are the benefits? So Dr. Morse loves whole fruit. So Dr. Morse grape fast is not really concentrated on juice. He likes the whole grape. Okay, master fast is more about the juices. And master fast is more about grape juice that's been pasteurized, because Gino believes that the cooking of the juice at high temperature opens it up atomically. Okay, Dr. Morse believes in the natural world and eating things as if you were walking around in nature and picking it off of that tree or bush. Okay, that's what he believes, and I tend to go along more with Dr. Morse. But Gino is, I guess, more, he's more of a, well, they're both scientific. Gino's just a bit more pushing the edge, and Dr. Morse is more about aligning with nature. Okay? So they're both very powerful. You know, a mono grape fast is a very, very powerful thing. And I can tell you a master fast is a very powerful thing too. Okay? So good. I think it's your preference. You know what you're going to align with. They're both going to be very detoxifying, but you got to be careful with master fast. You can take that pretty darn far, and you can move a lot of toxicity through it. If your body is not used to that, you can actually really be in a world of pain. Okay, so be careful. With all this, guys, with all this herbs and the fruits, start slow and ramp up, okay? it's like learning swimming the first time. You're not going to dive off the high dive, you know. So yeah, just come in slow, come in through the shallow end, you know, unless you're just at death's door, which I hope you're not. But come into the shallow end and just ease into it. Anytime you are starting herbs for the first time, or high fruit and all that, dry fasting, all that, start slow. It's not a sprint, you guys. This isn't like who gets there first. It's not about that. It's actually about who stays in the game the longest, I believe. I believe in always be detoxing. I'll be detoxing the rest of my life. I will never go back to a standard American diet, no matter how healthy I am. There's no way. So it's we're in the for the long run, okay? Yeah, okay. The benefits are enormous. The benefits are absolutely enormous. I believe it's the key to longevity. I believe it's the key to healing everything. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, the whole gamut. You become a pure vessel, okay, for all the forces, all right? There are many, so good. We've got Quiet Storm 403. Welcome. Your videos are awesome. Thank you. And so well done and very insightful. Thank you. You're doing excellent work. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks, you guys. You guys have been so supportive. I mean, I wouldn't be doing this without everybody's just good feedback, and you guys showing up here is just such an honor. You know, there's 53 people right now watching live. This is amazing. And I'm just glad to do this. And you know, if you listen to these and you just pick up one little golden nugget off the floor each time, I mean, that's what it's all about. Just one extra little insight or thought that you didn't know, then it's all worth it. You know, I talk to a lot of people. They play these things, my videos, Dr. Morse's videos, in the background as they're going about their business or cleaning the house or whatever, and riding their bike or whatever, and just picking up those little nuggets, getting that reinforcement, staying on the path. A lot of this, I mean, it's so simple, but a lot of this is just about the repetition and keeping the motivation and keeping it real, you know. And just the interaction as a community, I think, really helps everybody stay in the game and realize that this does work. It is important to do, and it is important to spread this and teach this. But thank you. Maya Pai, welcome. Hi, Mark. Recently began a mostly raw diet. However, the cravings are bad, especially at night. How do I overcome this? Thanks. Yeah, I know. When I first started doing this too, you know, going to bed hungry is just such a such an unnatural thing, I think. We have a lot of, you know, ties emotionally to food. A lot of, we're all have addictions in some regard to food. Yeah, the cravings are really emotional, you know. My recommendation would be to just kind of fight through it. And I know that when I go to bed and I have cravings or I'm hungry and all that, I wake up in the morning and I forgot about it. You know, actually, if you can just not go into that kitchen, you know, for my life, I mean, I would always, before bed, just make a circle through that kitchen and do a little munching and then go to bed. I think it's a natural thing because, you know, maybe back a long time ago, we didn't have such abundance. We've thought that, boy, we better get something in case we can't have anything in the morning. But yeah, so I would just fight those cravings. If you can, if you live alone or live with other people that are into this, you can just get all the junk out of the house. That helps. I mean, having to get up and go out to the store and buy something junky or whatever is just probably, you got to really think about it. It's like, is it really worth it? No. So don't have it in the house if you can, or lock it up, you know, in the garage or something. I don't know. But these are a couple of tips you can do. I know it's tough, but yeah, fighting that last hunger, I think is really. Just know that you will not be hungry in the morning, and you won't. By the time you get to your room and get ready for bed, you're not going to be hungry. You know, that's at least with me. So good. Okay, so we've got Tara Fallers here. Welcome. Hi. How do we keep filtering once we start filtering? That's a good question. If you start filtering and go, oh my gosh, my kidneys are filtering, I'm going out to McDonald's. No, you got to keep the program, keep the high fruit, keep the astringents going. You may need to keep the herbs going depending on the health of the kidneys. I got to be honest with you guys, I haven't checked in a long time on my filtration. I just assume I'm filtering. I should probably check again. But I was filtering consistently for so long that I stopped checking. So I'm gonna check again. I read so many that cannot keep filtering consistently, especially in the beginning. Yeah, especially in the beginning, it's very sporadic. So yes, stay on the kidney herbs, stay on the high fruit, stay on the astringent fruits, fruit till noon, fruit till 4 if you can. That'll really help. And move the lymph. As you move lymph, the inflammation of the kidneys will come down and they'll filter more. Okay, you want that lower blood pressure number around 60. That means those kidneys are nice and cleared out. Okay, and that your arteries and all that stuff are you've gotten the plaque out and all that kind of stuff. The inflammation is out of the body. So just keep working, okay, and yeah, and watch those. Oh, keep the adrenals strong too. Adrenal herbs are really important for filtration. Okay, and just stay on the program until you get consistent. And dry fasting helps. If you fall off, if the filtration falls off, throw in a little 24-hour dry fast or even an 18-hour dry fast. Okay, and that might kickstart them in again. All right. Lucky Man's here. Hi, Mark. All herbal teas give lots of gas. Ooh, if you're getting a lot of gas from the herbal teas, it could be a sign that your GI tract is really not in good shape. You're probably starting to move toxins and acids throughout the GI tract, and it's kicking up a lot of gas. Watch your food combinations too. Mixing proteins and starches is the #1 bad food combination. They're two different enzymes. They cancel each other out, and everything putrefies, and you get real gassy. So be careful of that. Check your pancreas too. Yeah, that shouldn't be happening. So yeah, I would really look at that entire GI tract, okay? It's a sign that it needs a lot of cleaning. All right. The Sheriff, thanks for the advice to keep energy while eating raw and training. Yeah. I also noticed muscle tightness and pain. That's acidosis. I saw a PT doctor and was given stretches, physical therapist doctor. Is that, hold on a second. Hold on. Is that a detox symptom you suspect? Okay. So, all right. So you're an athlete, you're doing a lot of training. When you're moving muscles, you're creating acids, lactic acids, okay? If you're not moving lymph, those lactic acids don't clear quick enough, and acids equal pain. So that's where you're getting your pain. Stretching will help because stretching actually moves lymph, okay? It's kind of an accordion, like that. So it is a detox symptom. You're not moving. It fasts up high alkalizing diet, high fruit, raw veggies, and you're doing enough exercise to move lymph. You might be overtraining. Okay, if you're at your level, especially with weights, right, or heavy running, I mean, you can kick up a lot of acids. And then if you're sore in the morning, it's a sign you're overtraining. Okay, in other words, you're creating too much acids and you're not able to move those out of the body quick enough. Okay. Lucky Man, is this normal? Well, we talked about the lots of gas. No, it's not normal. Work on that GI tract. Look at that pancreas, okay? Dr. Morse's GI broom, if you can handle it, that is an amazing bowel cleaner. You could have Candida too. Candida produces a lot of gas. All that fungus produces a lot of gas and a lot of acids. They poop a lot of acids. They wreak havoc in us. And a lot of people have Candida, especially if you've done antibiotics. Especially if you've got a real sticky, gummy GI tract and lymph system. Quiet Storm 403, welcome. Mark, do you have any experience, an opinion regarding the Ajuva cleanse? I've never heard of it. I don't know. I don't know what that is. let me know what it is, okay? And I can tell you. Susie Snowflake is here. All right, Susie. Hi, Mark. Hope you talk about some of your spiritual experiences. Thanks. Oh, boy. Yeah, gosh. So many, you guys. I don't know. I just, I mean, sometimes I just feel like I have such inspiration to help that it's not coming from me. And that is just such a blessing to, yeah, I wasn't like that. I wasn't like this, you guys. I've changed so much. It's ridiculous. I mean, I was helping myself and not helping others. And now it's just all about helping you guys. So I have a lot of inspiration. I'm going to do more about spiritual. I'll do it separate. Okay. It is really, really super important. You know, all healing ultimately really is spiritual. And I'm going to really teach this. We're all trying to overcome the body. Okay. That's really, I think, our goal as spirits. We're trying to overcome this body. We're trying to lose the lock that the body has on us. But and this is part of it. You know, and Dr. Morse talks about this a lot. When your body doesn't have a lot of pain, you're not focusing on the body. And he talked about doing his, I think it was 3 months on just oranges, and he had to stop because he was actually leaving the body. He was out of body so much that he wanted to still be here, so in the body, so and do his work here on Earth. So yeah, so I think that you know, as you clean, this is one of the benefits, is that you really, at least for me and a lot of people I talk to, your interest in spiritual work really goes up. You start to really want to walk that path too. And yeah, but I'm going to do more on that. I've been really, really percolating with that, Susie, and we'll probably have a separate thing on that, and or we can interact on that. I've been doing, I'll tell you guys now, I've been doing the Course in Miracles. I spent 7 months every morning getting up at 5 and reading the Course, just 2 or 3 pages a day, but telling myself I'm not going to move on until I understand, you know, what's happening. And that has been really profound for me. It took me 7 months to read 680 something pages. And then I said, I'm going to read the text. So the Course is 3 things. It's the text, it's lessons, and it's also a manual for teachers. And after I'm done with my lessons, I started on January 1st. There's 365 lessons. So after I'm done with the lessons, then I can teach. And yeah, it's not, you know, I'm not trying to preach to anybody. I'm not trying to tell you that the Course is the only thing to believe in, all that. It's not like that. It is a really, really amazing teaching, though, because there's a lot of teaching about healing in it. That's why I was attracted to the Course. I really want to know what true healing was and how I can share that with you guys. And it is really teaching me a lot about that. And about really how do we truly heal in a eternal way, okay? Because I believe we're eternal, and that we're we're in it for the long haul, so to speak. So we want to heal so that we can get back to our true essence, okay? And so I'll just give you one tip that the Course says, that you're perfect. You're already healed. You're already perfect. You've never been nothing more than perfect, nothing more than perfectly healed. That's who you truly are. This is an illusion. All sickness is an illusion. But we have to respect it because it's real for us now. In the way that we think and the way that we see, sickness and pain and all this stuff is real to us. So we have to heal that. We have to heal our vision. That's what the true healing is, okay? And then we can move past this, all right? And so that's what the Course ultimately teaches, that you're already perfect, already healed. And that's really great news, isn't it? So we'll get, but thanks, Susie. Thanks for bringing that up. And for all who are interested, I'll send out a mass thing, and we'll start doing that too. Okay. I'm getting ready for that part of it. All right. But thank you. Jorge, what fruits did you have Gregory on to heal his colitis? Well, yeah, the thing when you have itis is anything that says itis, that means inflammation, and inflammation means acidosis. So one of the things, especially with the GI tract and these itises in the GI tract, is that you got to watch the citruses, the lemons and the oranges and things like that, because even though they're really alkalizing, the acids from the fruit can actually really cause pain. So it's the same. It's a high fruit diet. Watch the citrus, do the herbs. Go after the Fab Four and things like that. And there are certain herbs to cool down the GI tract, to protect the GI tract. These kind of they're herbs that are kind of slimy when you cook them, like the slippery elm and the marshmallow root, aloe vera. These things actually coat everything and help you as you heal. They protect you from the pain of the acids. So it's the same thing that we're doing here. But maybe Gregory can chime in and tell you what worked for him. But the fruit is the healer, the fruit is the cleanser. But watch the more acidic fruits and make sure your fruits are ripe. Like an unripe pineapple is really super acidic. Unripe kiwi is really super acidic. It'll really, really cause some problems. But yeah, it's the same stuff that we're doing, Jorge. We got K-Slim. Welcome. Hi, Mark. Recently bought MSM flakes for detoxification. Is that safe to use? I was told that we need sulfur in our body, and that's the best way to get it. Boy, I tell you, this is one of the things that really makes people mad. I get a lot of, not a lot, but some people are haters on that, on the MSM. They swear by MSM. Dr. Morse, I'm going to put it on Dr. Morse. He does not like MSM at all. No way. Glucosamine, chondroitin, none of those. There's sulfur, and they wreak havoc on our lymphatic system. And they may work in the beginning, but you'll get what's called the blowback later. So no, not recommended at all. Okay, and they'll sulfur attracts candida. It slows down the lymphatic system, and that's our worst enemy. The slow lymph system becomes acidic, and if you got candida on top of it, those funguses are pooping acids in there and inflaming you and locking you up even more. So, Gary Murgatroyd, does long use of psyllium pudding on a grape juice fast help pull the stagnant lymph from the head and upper body, Mark? Well, in a way, maybe, because, okay, so to get the head to drain, you've got to get this opened up here. This is your transverse colon. So psyllium and the grape and lemon juice together, the psyllium pudding, which is psyllium husk, bentonite clay, and activated charcoal, along with the grape lemon juice, is really, really powerful. It's the most powerful bowel cleanser I've ever had. I got what's called mucoid plaque out in 8 days doing just that, okay, with some herbs, following the master fast. Now, on day 8, I don't want to gross you out, but it was just a black tarry like string of hot dogs. So all I can say, and it was horrible smelling, like the worst gas station bathroom ever. Out in the middle of like the Mojave Desert. I was just horrible, but it came out of me, okay, and that was a huge step in my deep cleansing, okay. Now, when you get the bowels cleaned out, the head can drain more. So yes, in a way, yes, okay, but very, very powerful. And some say, oh, mucoid plaque's not real. It's just the psyllium and the clay and the charcoal that caked onto the bowel wall. Well, okay, maybe it is. I've never opened up a cadaver. I don't know. But I'll tell you, whatever came out of me was super toxic, and I'm glad to have it out. Maybe it did stick on that bowel wall and pull all that toxicity out of the bowel walls. Great. Either way, it's a win. So I love it. So yeah, so you got to drain the GI tract for the head to drain. So yes. Kahem, I pass on so many of your videos to loved ones. Oh, thanks. That's great. Yeah. I'm grateful for your generosity. Blessings. Thank you, Kahem. Thank you for your generosity in saying that. I really appreciate that. And yeah, pass them on, you guys. All my stuff is open source. Get it to everybody. I don't claim copyright on nothing. Zero. It's all good. Everybody needs the healing, right? We all need that healing. All right. So, okay. So Jeannie says, good to know about the whys, the difference on grape fast as compared to master fast grape juice. Also, ridges in the fingernails. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad to hear work on the parathyroid. I checked Dr. Morse. Society seems no parathyroid there. He keeps taking me around to tell me that I'm a member already. Haha, I know that. Would that be a glandular parathyroid? Yeah. You can't order the parathyroid glandulars on Dr. Morse's site. Unless you work with a detox specialist. Yeah, he doesn't really want everybody grabbing those glandulars, I guess, unless they know what they're doing. So I'm glad to hear you work on yeah. So yeah, so if you need a glandular, you're gonna have to order it, on your own, or work with a counselor from Dr. Morse's, a detox specialist like myself. And they can order it for you. Okay. We got Brandon Stoon, veggie chicken broth at night, kale, carrot, onion, garlic, clove, parsley, thyme, turmeric, Himalayan salt. Okay. So, so you're having like a little soup at night, not detoxifying, and probably, yeah, the veggie chicken broth is probably going to be, yeah, a little high in protein, mucus forming. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible, but it's just, this is not a detoxification food here, okay? But it's not horrible. It depends what level you want to go to. We've got Jeanette Monning. Welcome. Hi, Mark. My blood pressure is 118/80. Do I need to work on my kidneys? Yeah, we like that lower number. That lower number is the kidney pressure. We like that down around 60, so the answer is yes. Now, the upper number is 118, which is close to 120, what we like, but here's the deal. As you start to detoxify, as you start to move pus and mucus out of the body, those kidneys, that swelling in those kidneys is going to go down, and guess what? That blood pressure is going to go down, both the top number and the lower number. So if you drop, let's say, 15 points down on your blood pressure on the kidneys, you'll get down to 65, but you're going to take 15 off the top. You're going to be 103/65. So you're going to feel real sluggish. Your adrenals are down if you don't already. So just saying, as you bring that down, you want to keep building those adrenals, because you have weak adrenals right now, even though your number's okay, and you have weak kidneys. So you want to work on them both, okay? I only saw a cloud in my sediment, and I am just learning that my kidneys should be filtering. Yeah, so good. So you know the drill. So yeah, there's plenty of videos on my website on kidney filtration. So yeah, I would work on that for sure. Tara, I also wanted to ask what you suggest for severe chemical and mold sensitivities. Thanks. So anytime you have severe sensitivities, allergies, chemical mold sensitivities, what's it telling us? It's telling us that you have a backed up sewer. Your sewer's backed up and can't take much more. So any little thing can send you over the top. See, if you have a really cleaned out sewer system, something comes in, right? A little toxicity comes in, you can blow right through it. But if you're already backed up, forget it. All right, it's going to send you over. So, yeah, so you've got to really clean that lymphatic system. All right, if any of you people, if you suffer from allergies, and some people, they can't even walk into a room, a painted room that was painted 3-4 weeks ago, because they're so toxic, any little bit of toxins will overload them. Okay? All right. So, hold on here. Okay, so we're at an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to take a little break. I've told everybody I'm going to take a little break. I'm just going to go do a little stretching right now, and I hope you guys do too, and we'll be right back. Okay, I'm coming back. Hope everybody had a good little stretch. All right, and let's keep going here, you guys. We're gonna get through all of these. Yeah, I just sometimes a little stretch is so good and get a little blood flowing. You know, I'm sitting here, my legs are all just hanging over the side of the couch here, so yeah. Probably a good idea. Everybody stretch a little bit, do a couple deep breaths, okay? So let's see, where do we, okay, so we have the mold sensitives. Okay, so we got Jose Barrios. Hello, good vibes. Good vibes to you, Jose. Thank you. Maya Pai says thank you with a big heart. Right back at you, Maya Pai. Jose is asking how much time to detox. Boy, I say just detox till you're at a level that you're really, really happy with. I say always be detoxing. I'm always gonna be detoxing at some degree. It's not like you can detox the body and then go back to the standard American diet. It doesn't work like that. It's all whatever level you want to get to. And I don't know if we've seen the best levels. You know what I mean? I think we can always do better. I really do. We live in a toxic world. So yeah. It's a long haul, so you want to go in, do some detoxification, maybe back off a little bit, regroup, go again. It's yeah, it all depends. It really depends. If you're trying to heal the body, and you really hit it hard, I tell people 3 to 6 months, to start turning things around. So yeah. Well, we had Gregory that healed his ulcerative colitis in just a month or two, is it? I can't remember, but very quick. So it just depends, you guys. I know that with me, with my fibromyalgia, 6 months I was feeling a whole lot better, and then it's just that last 10% is the elusive one. So, and even with me, I mean, if I have too much of not so good of food, fall off the wagon a little bit, I'm hurting again. So, always be detoxing to some degree, and yeah, but as far as heavy work, give yourself 3 to 6 months if you're really going after something. Okay, Julie Lilienthal, welcome back. Blessings to Mark and everyone. Been on Dr. Morse's herbs for 6 months and raw food for 6 years. Yes, basal temp only up to 97. Any suggestions to raise? Can't do glandulars. Thanks. Well, you want to be 97.8 minimum on that basal temp. So weak thyroid. Sometimes we can do work on the glands like the thyroid and not get the results we want. Check that pituitary. Pituitary up in the head, it has TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone, that actually talks to the thyroid. You need that for the thyroid to function too. So you can do all of this detox and still not get what you want. That could be a parathyroid issue. But keep digging, keep cleansing, all that kind of stuff. There are herbs for the thyroid. There's herbal formulas, of course. But I would check that pituitary. I'd be very suspect of that. Okay, Julie? We've got the Keto Witch. Should I discontinue taking charcoal while on this antibiotic for a UTI? Oh, I really don't know. I don't really get into all that, all the pharmaceuticals and all that kind of stuff, you know. I'm just, yeah. Anyways, for me personally, I'm just not a big fan of antibiotics. They just, you know, yeah. Discontinue taking charcoal. I mean, if you really like the antibiotics, the charcoal, you got to watch it because the charcoal absorb everything. So, yeah, I don't have enough information to really know much about what's going on with you, but I can tell you that, you know, UTIs, you probably have pretty blocked up kidneys. Would be my guess, having absolutely no information. But anyways, I can't really comment on you know, interactions with pharmaceuticals and all that kind of stuff. Okay, Carl Mulder. All right. Hi, Mark. Day 52 on the Master Fast. Doing good. Wow. Using your herbs to make my tinctures. Doing good. Excellent, Carl. Are you on the full blown Master Fast? Are you doing the pasteurized grape juice and lemon? Let me know. Excellent. Good for you. That's very, very deep. Congratulations. Wow. Yeah, I'm sure Carl will agree that the first week or two is the hardest, then it gets easy, actually. Glad you're doing good, though, Carl. Pearl Marie, hi, Mark. Before finding Dr. Morse, I had severe peripheral neuropathy in the feet. They were numb and ice cold. I have retained gadolinium from MRI contrast. Oh, wow. Okay. Last few weeks, my feet were cold again. I know it's not thyroid. They are not numb. Could it be heavy metals still? I still have in me mercury from amalgams and gadolinium. Well, okay, so it's not thyroid. So what else could it be? It could be circulation issues. Okay, the feet aren't numb. It could be heavy metals. Something is blocking circulation. What blocks circulation? Inflammation. Can heavy metals cause inflammation? Yeah, the body's trying to protect itself, okay? So it's surrounding things in pus and mucus. So if it was me, I would try to restore the circulation in the feet, okay? And there's a couple tricks you can do for restoring circulation. I always talk about people laying on the floor and putting their legs up on the wall, and then kind of dry skin brushing or just even scratching back towards the kidneys will help. That you know, vertical thing, anti-gravity, or letting gravity help you do that. Another thing is you can take castor oil and some cayenne and kind of massage it in there. The castor oil is anti-inflammatory. The cayenne is stimulating for circulation. That's good. Cayenne garlic formula. Dr. Morse has it. Dr. Christopher has it. It helps with circulation. Lower circulation herbs help. Make sure the kidneys are filtering, of course. Make sure you're moving lymph. Make sure you're sweating, all that thing. Another thing is you can have a bucket, you can go to Home Depot or one of those places. For a couple of bucks, you can get a couple of these big 5-gallon buckets, and you can put really hot water, as hot as you can stand. Don't burn yourself, of course, but you know, get it up to where, like a really hot bath, and put your feet in that for 4 or 5 minutes, okay? And then have a bucket of really cool water, like 40 degrees, 45 degrees, and then put them in there for 30 seconds and go back and forth. If you do that and you do those other things, you're gonna restore circulation to those feet, okay? You know, the neuropathy is really acids chewing at the nerves, and a lot of people don't have good circulation down in their feet, in their lower legs, because of poor kidney filtration for many, many years. And now you're blocked up, okay? And now you got stagnant lymph all trapped in there, inflammation. So that's what I would do, okay? Lucky Man, thanks, Mark. Is garlic a good substitute for baby aspirin? So the baby aspirin, I'm assuming you were taking for to thin the blood in order to get circulation. I know that yeah, cayenne with garlic is really good for circulation, yeah, cayenne and garlic Yeah. I mean, the baby aspirin is kind of this thinner, but I hear they found out that taking the baby aspirin has other side effects too. So I would keep it natural myself. Assuming that you're going after circulation, I would work on circulation with circulation herbs, getting the kidneys filtering, doing the 4 pillars, getting the kidneys filtering, getting the adrenals up, pulling on that lymph system, cleaning the GI tract. That will help immensely with circulation. Okay, cayenne garlic formula, really good. Dr. Morse's circulation formula is really good. Pearl Marie. I also been reading Medical Medium's book where he detoxes with heavy metal smoothies. He detoxes with heavy metal smoothies. He does 1 cup. 1 cup of cilantro. I'm hearing is not good for us. Would you recommend to get these metals? What would you recommend to get the metals out of the brain? Well, cilantro is not bad, and partially these things actually attract heavy metals and help that. If I was working on the heavy metals in the brain, I would be doing a lymphatic detox, right? Get everything moving. I would clean out that transverse colon so the head can drain. I would be on upper circulation herbs. I would be doing hot and cold showers on the head. I'd be tapping on those neurolymphatic points, links at my website. I would be rebounding. I would be moving lymph and help. I'd be ear candling too. These kinds of things, okay? And you will get it, okay? Dr. Morse has a formula called Chem Metal Detox, okay? To do this as well, okay? Roberto de la Fuente, all right. Hello, Mark. According to Dr. Morse, sweet fruits but must not be combined with acid fruits. Is this the rule? Also going with juices and smoothies? Yeah, there's some rules in there for the optimal, for the optimal drink. Mono's always best. Anytime you mix stuff, you're starting to do things. Most of the time you get away with it, but mono's always the best, you guys. But I got to admit, I don't always go mono. Sometimes I like to have a smoothie with a bunch of different things in there, berries and bananas and juices and all that. So yeah, mono's always best. But so probably a good idea to keep the sweets together, keep the acids together. Maybe have them in 2 separate drinks. So let's say in the morning you want a real kind of acid fruit drink because you want a real super cleanser in the morning when there's nothing in your system. So you do the orange juice, pure orange juice, right? And then you could wait a half hour or so, and then you could move into a sweet fruit, like have a smoothie with bananas and some bananas and some berries, maybe. I know the berries are. I think they're more of the subacid fruit, I believe, but closer to it than going from citrus to sweet. So you could try that. Okay. Good point. Yep. Yeah. And there's, yeah, that in a perfect world, yes. Okay. All right. So, Pearl Marie, any specific ways to heal parathyroid if someone's having demineralization of spine, leaching out calcium? Told them it's parathyroid, but need to help them specifically for this. Okay, so to heal the parathyroid is full detox, kidneys filtration, the kidney herbs, the lymphatic herbs, the GI tract herbs, and the herbs for the adrenals and the other glands, okay? So you want to definitely be doing that. You want to be definitely doing some liver gallbladder herbs and anti-parasite herbs for the first month or two. So now you've got the foundation. And then for the parathyroid, I like parathyroid glandulars. I really do. I think they really turn on the parathyroid. You can also work on the thyroid as well because the thyroid makes calcitonin, I believe it's called, also, so it helps with the calcium utilization. But the parathyroid is the big one. Okay, so the body, if she's having this spine leaching out calcium, the calcium is being leached out of the spine because she's acidic. Okay, so acidosis, the acids, that's a weak area for her, so the acids are being The calcium is trying to buffer those acids, okay? So it's important to move that lymph and alkalize the body. No protein, get on an alkalizing, high fruit, high raw vegetable diet. 80% fruit, 20% tender leafy greens is a great, great combination. And the herbs, of course, okay? New life. Mark, I've been on 100% fruits for almost 7 months now to remove HSV1. I filter every day, but I can tell I'm not cured yet due to tingling on the lip when I filter. Why is it taking so long? So 7 months, okay. So you're trying to move a virus out of the body, okay? And so you're detoxing, okay? But now it's up here in the lip, it's down there in it's got to get, this stuff's got to get to the kidneys, okay? So it's sticky up in there. You want to concentrate moving lymph in the head area, of course. Upper circulation herbs can help. I would try alkalizing and moving lymph in the mouth too. You can actually take Giovanna has the lymph mover boost. You could make a tea out of that. You could make a tea out of any lymphatic formula, actually. You could take the tincture and put a dropper full or two in some water and swish that around. You want to pull on that lymph in that area too. Get it on those lips, swish that around. Get it locally too. Think overall detoxification, but also think locally too, okay? I'm sure I should do a video on this. I'm sure there's a poultice you can make. A poultice is where you wet herbs and just put it directly on there. Dr. Christopher was really big into poultices, and I'm sure there's a poultice for this to help that. If I come across it, I'll post that. But you could make a poultice out of the dried lymphatic herbs too, and just put it on there to help pull out. So sometimes these local areas are real sticky, and even though you're detoxing overall, you've got to hit those areas locally too and get that moving. Okay. So try those things and let us know. Okay. K-Slim, what's your opinion on milk thistle? Very good for the liver. And is it okay to detox the liver and other organs such as the kidney and gallbladder? Is it okay? Well, that's what we do. We detox all those. Is it okay? Is milk thistle okay for detoxing the liver? It's really good for the liver. There are better kidney herbs. Not sure about the gallbladder. I'm sure. Yeah, they're together. So, yeah, I mean, I would say, okay, is it okay? We like herbal formulas where if we're making a liver gallbladder formula, we're using 8 or 9 herbs, okay, that are all historically known to be beneficial for that. And then your body's going to kind of pull from each one. Some herbs work better for others, so we've got a lot of combination. We have a combination of them in there. That's what we like. So just to do the milk thistle to take care of the kidney, the liver, gallbladder, and kidneys. No, you want formulas for each, for the liver, gallbladder, and the kidneys. Okay. So that's better. All right. Although milk thistle is a really well-known liver gallbladder herb, yes. Megan Rose, hi Mark. Heard someone say that a B vitamin complex helped with nerve rings in the eye. What organs are down when you cannot utilize B vitamins? Well, okay. So B vitamin help with nerve rings in the eye. Okay, so nerve rings in the eye are a sign of weak adrenal glands, okay? The nervous system is down and you're not making neurotransmitters, okay? Really tied to the adrenal glands, you guys. When I see nerve rings, we always go after those adrenal glands. 9 times out of 10, they're down, they're hypoactive, and then always clean up the head. Go for the head region too. Get the GI tract moving and get that head draining. Okay. the utilization of vitamins, what organs are down, you know, that's a complex question. Glands and organs are all kind of synergistic in that respect. I would go after them all, but you know, of course, utilization. A lot of the glands are utilizers. I would really go after those adrenals. I'd really clean up that GI tract too. You know, the gut flora in you should be making a lot of B vitamins. So if you're having to supplement that, it's a sign your GI tract's in bad shape too. Okay, so yeah, so yeah. If you're not utilizing B vitamins, your GI tract's probably in terrible shape and your glands are down. Okay, so go after that. We got Jose Barrios. Thanks so much. Smile, smile, smile. Yes, you're welcome. You bet. Absolutely. Pro Marie, how do you check the pituitary when temp is low? Okay, so the pituitary. I like to get eye pictures. It's kind of at 12 o'clock. It's a little bit to this side. I can't remember. I don't have my maps, but it's a little to the side of 12 o'clock, depending on which eye you're looking at. And it kind of sits right above the kind of bow wall line in the eyes. I have videos on how to look for this. And if it's sitting in a bunch of gunk, chances are it's down. If you have multiple glands down, well, let's say you have weak adrenals and a weak thyroid, I would say chances are you got a weak pituitary as well. Okay, so multiple glands down and pus and mucus in that area in the eyes is a good sign. When your temps are low, it could just be the thyroid, okay? But it could also be pituitary because it makes TSH, thyroid stimulating hormone. Jose Barrios, good vibes for you guys. Thanks, Jose. Appreciate it. K Slim, can detox be bad if you're using milk thistle or systemic enzymes or any of these as far as it depleting good nutrients from the body like iron, zinc, messing with the electrolytes? Can detox be bad if you're using milk thistle or systemic enzymes or anything else? As far as it, boy, ooh, this is a weird, I mean, not a weird question. Milk thistle is just, it's an herb, okay? It's beneficial. It's a healing herb usually for the liver. But a lot of these herbs, you know, they hit other things too. Systemic enzymes. Are you taking enzymes for digestion? Is that what's going on? I'm not really sure. What systemic enzymes are. I'm just assuming the enzymes for digestion. Are they depleting good nutrients? We never use enzymes. We want to restore, we don't want to give, we want to restore, if we're at low and if we're not digesting well, we want to restore that pancreas. We want to clean the pus and mucus out of it and get that thing kicked up through detoxification and through herbs. We don't want to supplement that because if you give the enzymes for digestion, then the pancreas never wants to come back to work. He's like, I'm not coming back to work. It's all being taken care of. So we want the body to do it. Okay. Herbs assist the body detoxification. They don't deplete the body. You know, they assist. A lot of these herbs they're just vegetables in attitude, and they've got a lot of nutrition and nutrients in them. So yes, I guess yes and no to your question. Okay. Yeah. Also charcoal, I heard, that it can deplete vital nutrients from the body. If you take, let's say you take a bunch of you know, like a juice, right? And, you know, really good, thick green juice, right? And, or some herbs. And then you follow that down with a bunch of charcoal. Yeah, it's going to absorb a lot of that stuff. So yeah, you got to stagger that charcoal. I'd wait an hour before taking charcoal after taking any kind of herbs or food. It will absorb nutrients. Yes, absolutely. That's its job. It's an absorber. Okay. Jeannie, another thing said to help with cold feet and lack of circulation, cayenne pepper in the shoes. That's an old skier's trick. You know, you sprinkle it in your ski boots to keep the toes. Yeah, I've actually taken cayenne and just wet it down a little bit and rubbed it into my feet and ankles. Absolutely. Yeah. Just straight cayenne pepper. It doesn't burn you on your skin. It's crazy. I don't know about a cut, though. It may not even burn that cut. I tested a little area. I thought, oh, this is going to burn me. Because I remember one time I was chopping jalapeno peppers, and my fingers burned for 2 hours. That stuff got on there, and I was scared of the cayenne doing it, but it didn't do it. But it was crazy. I had to stick my fingers in cold, ice cold milk in order to stop the pain. It felt like they were burning off. It was crazy. Yeah, watch when you're cutting jalapenos. I think they were those habaneros, those little orange things are the hottest things in the world. Man. Okay, so here we go. Yeah. So Roberto, last one. Why is the need on pasteurized juices for masterfast? Well, Gino says that cooking it, pasteurizing, opens it up atomically. He believes that a lot of stuff, a lot of energy, and all this stuff that we get is from the plasma field. It's a field of energy. So that's his belief. And he likes mixing the pasteurized with the raw. So the raw lemon juice with the pasteurized grape juice creates a field interaction that he claims, and it's just a lot more energizing. Yeah. He believes more in the body as an energy than as a material. Okay. Yeah. I did 44 days on it. It was amazing. Jamie Dunson, is the rubber consistency in a colon cleanse the clay and husk, or is it actually mucoid? How can we tell? I already just talked about that. I say it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, it's super toxic coming out of the body. It's black, it's smelly, it's disgusting, and it is out of my body. So I don't know if we can tell unless we open up a cadaver. Open somebody who's never done psyllium or clay or charcoal, and then, yeah, I don't know how to tell. I don't think it matters. It's just out of the body. You feel so much better. You get a lot more absorption of nutrients, and that stuff can trap acids too. So, yeah, it's really toxic. It's really foul. It's so good to get that stuff out of you. Kristen Darnell, welcome. I have found papaya to be helpful with ulcerative colitis. Papaya's got a lot of enzymes in it, digestive enzymes, so that's interesting. So papaya for ulcerative colitis. Okay, good. Pearl Marie. As a nurse and also someone who was not absorbing B12, confirmed by labs, it's your small intestine. You probably have a positive intrinsic factor blocking antibody. You must heal the gut. Okay, so yeah, so you must heal, and to heal you have to detoxify. All right, so you have to get the pus and mucus out in between the cells in the gut walls. Okay, and then you're going to get more absorption. By eating a natural diet, we're fruitarians. We're designed to eat a lot of fruit and tender leafy greens, and a little bit of roots, and maybe some bugs that get on the food, or maybe we find a nice tasty anthill. But being a fruitarian doesn't mean you have to have 100% fruit, but that's the bulk of your diet. When you start to do these things, your gut flora heals. You're putting in the right chemistry, so the chemistry rebalances. This is the thing. So, and then you can start producing that B12. So that's the trick there. Just getting back to the natural world. Roberto, thanks for the info. Peace for you. Thank you, Roberto. Same to you. Thank you. Thank you, man. Brooke Graves is here. All right. Hi, Mark. Some natural practitioners, Dr. Ed Group, promotes systemic enzymes to supposedly lyse away scar tissue in the body and break down clogged arteries. So the idea is those enzymes probably come in and eat the proteins. Might be some there might be some validity to that. Don't know much about that. Scar tissue in the body and break down clogged arteries. Yeah, here's the idea is okay, if your body's acidic, it fights it with antacid steroids from the adrenals. It fights it, steals calcium like we talked about. Calcium is a great antacid. It's the #1 ingredient in Tums, as I always say. And also the body produces cholesterol. Fats are really great at fighting acids. So high cholesterol is an acid problem. Okay, that's what it is. So by reducing the amount of acid foods coming in, you're reducing the acidosis in the body, and by detoxification and getting the adrenals up and so forth, you're going to bring down the need for cholesterol. And to get it out of the clogged arteries and stuff, you know, detoxification is really good at that. Also, the cayenne garlic is good too. But enzymes, yeah. Actually, my dad had carotid artery surgery. His carotid artery was blocked, and I talked to the surgeon, and he gave me just a second, and yeah. I told him I had just read that they were taking spider venom or spider saliva, and it was able to just only digest protein, okay? And they were injecting it into the arteries, and it was able to digest the plaquing in the artery, because it's a protein plaquing, I guess. It was the right kind of protein that spider saliva or whatever worked on, and it was like a breakthrough and all that. And he looked at me, because his job was to go in and actually clean out those arteries. He says, that would be bad for my business, wouldn't it? And he walked off. So I don't know. Yeah, it could be a good thing. I don't know. Sounds pretty fancy, though. I kind of prefer the herbal way to do it. But I like Dr. Group. I've heard him speak before. He's pretty good. So I'll look into that. But thanks. Thanks for that. I'll check that out. Thank you. Susie Snowflake, another great talk. Thanks, Mark, and everyone for a great Q&A. Love to all. Love to you, Susie. Thank you. Thank you for your continued support. I really appreciate it. Jamie, all right. Thanks, Mark. Sorry for making you repeat the mucoid question. I just tuned it. No worries. No worries. It's a big question, yeah. But yeah, good. Sheila, great to be here again. Blessings and peace. Blessings and peace to you, Sheila. Thank you, everybody. I think we're at hour and 41. I think we got through with it. Excellent. Thank you so much, everybody. Glad to be back here. I'm glad to be able to do these for you. We'll do a spiritual thing too. Absolutely. Probably get a couple more questions in here. Pearl Marie, I have a beautiful 2-man sauna, extremely low EMF. I tested it multiple times with a meter. We sweat profusely and feel it's helping with our detox. Why does Dr. Morse say no to infrared? It's amazing. He doesn't like it because he doesn't like isolated chemistry, isolated radiation. The infrared is an isolated frequency. So that's why he doesn't like it. But yeah, so yeah, I know it sounds great. I mean, it makes you sweat. A lot of people love the infrared, so that's his theory on it. Okay, Ashley, I speak from experience. Mucoid plaque is real, not the psyllium charcoal and bentonite clay. I did grape lemon juice fast on day 5. Moved out the rubbery rope that looks like it has mushrooms attached. Yeah. It's a weird looking thing. So, okay, so you didn't do any of that. You didn't do psyllium charcoal or clay. You just did a grape lemon fast. In 5 days, you moved out the plaque. So there you go. I tend to believe it's real too. I really do. But I don't really fight anybody on it because it doesn't matter. And when it comes out, it's just amazingly disgusting and such a good feeling to get it out. So, yeah, so certain of these things, it doesn't even matter. It's just, it doesn't matter. You know, that you can believe that fruit doesn't work or this and that, but the proof is in how you feel, right? That's what it is. And I mean, I fight the battle, of course. Oh, fruit's way too much sugar, or you need protein, or you're going to die. This and that. I mean, I fight it, but I've experienced it. I've actually gotten past my fear and went into the unknown, believing it's true because of the people that taught me. With their conviction, you know. So anyways, that's it. Look at the ultimate truth is your experience, really. So anyways, it's been great being here tonight, you guys. And well, here's a couple more. Ashley says, thanks, Mark. I love seeing you again. We'll be in touch soon. Excellent. Have a great week. You too. Everybody have a great week. Pearl Marie, can you use the GI broom instead of psyllium pudding on the grape juice lemon cleanse? I did. I actually used the GI broom by Dr. Morse, and I used the psyllium pudding, the psyllium bentonite clay and charcoal. And I got it out on day 8, the first master fast, day 2, the second master fast. Came out much easier the second time. So yes. Kelsey Fenimore, thanks, man, you rock. Thank you. Pearl, thanks for everything. Thanks for everything, you guys. Great. So yeah, it's this year's starting off really good. Everything is doing really well, helping lots of people. Everything's growing. You guys are getting good at this. So many people have learned this. It's amazing. It's not difficult, and the word is spreading. And every little bit you guys do, every little bit that you do for yourself is a teaching to others. People are watching, even though they're not. You don't think they are. So yeah, by just realigning ourselves with nature, putting in the proper chemistry, and learning a little bit about kidneys and the lymph system has just been magnificent. Jimmy Bencomo, thanks, Mark. I will start the grape fast tomorrow. Woo! Jumping right in, Jimmy. Go slow, Jimmy. Take it easy in the beginning. You know, don't dive off the high dive. Good. You'll be moving some lymph and acids. Jeannie, good night, Mark, and everyone. Have a great week. You too, you guys. So good night, everybody. We will see you next Wednesday. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.